Hello, you divine infinite human beings. You are all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. Your divine infinite love, your divine infinite truth, your divine infinite source. Hello. I'm going to do just a little gentle ASMR since my other camera's not working and having technical difficulties. So I want to tell you, first of all, happy holiday seasons. And this is for the black sheep. I wanted to do a podcast on Christmas, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Keeping a low profile during this frequency war. So I want to just send a really healing message. So please listen to my words. It's not your fault. Many of us are finding ourselves during this holiday time or any time when family stuff, this is, a message that everyone can hear anytime, but especially when socially we're supposed to be with our families and we're supposed to be part of these happy families that you see in the movies and on the TV screens and in shopping malls and all around you that have their makeup on and they look so perfect and they all look so happy. And I'm telling you, it's a put-up job. The whole planet is. Every single solitary person to some degree has trauma, has pain, has suffering, to different degrees on this planet, because this planet is a fallen planet. And there's ancestral miasma that follows us from lifetime to lifetime and down the ancestral lines of the family. Yes, there are some really good things too. So we shouldn't throw out the baby with the bathwater. But I'm telling you this to you because many people will find themselves alone during this holiday time, perhaps because of lockdowns or self-imposed lockdowns of fear of contaminating someone in the family might have that. Or perhaps you just lock yourself down because you don't want to receive any toxicity from your family of origin or biological families, or from the structure that makes you feel like you have to be with the people that you're related to by blood. Many of you don't want to, choose not to. And then again, there are those who have been cast out like the black sheep of the family, or cast themselves out just because, well, you were different. You dared to do things differently, break tradition, break the family legacy, break the family curse. Step out and be different. Or perhaps you came from such toxic, narcissistic parenting where there was addiction, where there was abuse verbally, physically, and perhaps sexually. And I've worked with many clients who had that. And I've also been doing some healing of my own for, other abuses that are just there. And you have to really know, first and foremost, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you were born into a family. Perhaps you chose them to finish up karmic patterns. And that's a good thing, because it's right in your face in this lifetime. So it's time to begin the healing journey. And the problem is we're born into this planet, first of all, dependent, and also in a sleep state, a theta wave, brain wave, until we reach 7 or 8 years old. We're just in this theta hypnotic state. And so anything that happens to us, we just absorb. We have no ability to discern, to distinguish, to separate. And if someone says you're bad, or someone is not able to love us, we see them as withholding love. But it's not that they're withholding their love. It's just that many of them don't have it to give. But no matter what, you can't just wrap your intellectual mind around that. Now you have to go back, and I know it's not pleasant, but it is part of the process of ascension and of healing, is to reopen those wounds to let the pus out. And I don't know about you, but the last chapter of my book and my new mantra is, you can't smear honey over pus. We can't keep sugarcoating these things. And you see that happening all around during the holidays. Everyone's putting on their holiday best and greeting each other and hugging and kissing. And perhaps there is some real love. I'm not saying there isn't. Of course there is. But we're all doing the best we can. And a lot of times, much of that is just the sugar-coated, love. Because we've all, I don't care who you are, we've all been wounded, and starseeds usually more than most, because we've chosen to ascend, and as we ascend, we heal our ancestral lineage, and especially with women. Almost everyone, well, everyone's born of a woman. They have to be. And whether they were in utero or even if they're adopted, their mother carries the wound of just being female on this planet, believe it or not. It is so, all right, with that understood, you probably have some degree of pain that is underlining you, and you have to know it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I know that really freed me. It's not your fault. But because you felt that you were bad, because your parents or surrogate parents or those who cared for you were not able to properly love you, properly create a safe environment for you, many of them, properly give you what you need, properly acknowledge your presence, and just, help you feel seen and heard, because they were so busy with their own problems, their own relationship problems, perhaps their own addictions, their own alcoholism, their own drug abuse, or just having had their own problems when they were born with their parents. So we all have that to some extent. And it's time, if you find yourself alone, perhaps it's time to just begin the process of realizing it's not your fault. And you are enough. You don't have to please other people to get the love. You can begin to go down into that dungeon, that basement, that dark space, and free that inner divine Christ child that is you, and bring them up into the light and begin to love them and give them all the love and help to wash away that hurt, that pain, that shame, that guilt, that shame of just being born, shame of who we are, shame of our sexuality, shame of for no reason. There's no logical reason, but many of us carry that. And it's holding us back, it's stopping us from ascending in many cases. And that's why perhaps many of you are finding yourself alone, to begin that beautiful and challenging and courageous inner journey of healing that inner child, that little you, that is you, with your divine infinite consciousness. So Merry Christ Mass, because you are a Christ, a massive Christ. Ciao from now, from Sicily. Beautiful day. Ciao, ciao.